運が悪かったんだよ。お前らは。
Ooh, is this? Yeah, I know what one that one is. I'm gonna do... I have one... No, go away. No. At least with the old, damn it. I mean, you can outrun these guys. With the old, like, system. With the, I guess you could call them static enemy encounters, you could actually do stuff like walk literally right behind them, and as long as you don't pass in front of their eye line, then you can avoid them, even if you bump into them and shit like that. They had like Metal Gear Solid levels of sight lines. Enemies like this are added for the Kiwami Means Extreme remake. And of course, these are enemies who, you know, they're metal slimes. They're golden slimes where if you encounter them, you just get way more money out of them when you defeat them. So, look who's back. Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 What kind of idiots try to pull the same scam on a guy when the first attempt failed? Literally 99% of the time, never pay. Peace is over. No, the bicycles. It's almost inappropriate that they wasted so... I mean, it's not... I mean, they're just taking basic animations and applying them. And, like, I know it's probably not really any actual effort that's being put in, but it still feels like such a needless amount of production value being given to a literal nothing of a sub-story. I do like this area of town, though. This is the Love Hotel district of town. This is where all the sex hotels are. Literally, that's what it's for. You come here if you want to take a sweet honey to test. God fucking damn it! Anyway. Was that enough? Yep, okay, they're back. I just needed to refresh the world state anyway. Yeah, it's not over yet. You thought it was over? But it ain't over till you're dead! Kisama! Kisama, 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 Kisama! You dilated his pupils. Yeah, I beat you up. That's what happens. I'm not wasting heat action on you. Kind of limp-wristed. It's like he's a dragon. Let me just lift my arm like this. The animation. Well, let's check by walking into this convenience mart and back out. And I need to buy something in here anyway, so... While I'm here... I will buy this orange, this sake, and oh, they don't have the other thing I need. Well, I might as well not get that yet anyway. I do need the orange and the sake, though. Oh, yep, they're not here. Okay, so where's the next one? I think it's up here. So really, what I'm doing, you weren't really supposed to do, just doing all of the sub-stories back to back to back to back to back like this. Grimy homeless man. So this was one of the more moderately involved sub-stories. It didn't have an FMV associated with it or anything. But this one was a little bit more extensive compared to most of the others. In that it sends you back and forth across the map. And that's literally it. Yeah, just lie to old people. That'll make them feel better, right? You're not really meant to do the sub-stories back to back to back to back to back like this. The intention of how they were implemented into the design of the original game was that you would kind of just stumble upon them naturally. They were both a reward for exploration. Like, if you go around to, like, out-of-the-way areas of the map, you might run into a sub-story. Or, as you're just naturally progressing through the game, as you're going through the city, you would naturally come across these different people, encounter different experiences, and like all these different conflicts and stories. It was supposed to like make the city feel alive, you know, like make the city feel like a living, breathing place that you could get lost in. Like it's a real location, a real urban location that you could immerse yourself into. Tenkaichi Alley. This guy, I believe. Showa. This is Shikafuku. I need Showa. Showa's down here. Okay. But the problem with the original PS2 game, again, was it's permanently missable content and it's content that you have to do if you be able to access the secret boss fight at the end of the game. So if you missed out on something, then you were just fucked. You were fucked and you could not fight the secret boss. Because you didn't know that there was a sub-story that was only available in this specific location during this specific chapter, and you have to do this in order to make it trigger as being available. So, like, this is a lot of sub-stories being opened up right at this time where the world map is really opened up to you. In a way it hasn't been before. I mean, there's 10 chapters in this game. We're on chapter 4, and this is the first time we really get to wander Kamurocho. So, these are a lot of sub-stories that are being opened right out the gate, and you're not supposed to do all of them before progressing to the next chapter. It's assumed that you will miss some and trigger them later on in the game in different chapters, but there are some that you can trigger later on in different chapters, and then there are some that it is only available in that chapter, and if you miss it, fuck you, it's gone. So, I don't know what to tell you, but that original experience conditioned me, and now I have to do all of the sub-stories as they become available, chapter by chapter, and cannot progress the story until I do. Because what if I can't fight the secret boss? What if I miss the thing? It's that it's the same crippling anxiety fear of, oh no, I accidentally progressed the story. I accidentally continued the main story. Now I can't explore this area anymore. Cutscene tells you to go in that direction. Go in the literal opposite direction and explore. I don't know why game devs, don't design around that. The fact that there's still, to this day, games getting made with, point of no return, oh, you missed your chance to explore this area, time to be pushed along to the next part of the story, with no forewarning that you are now leaving this area if you progress to this specific map point. That is such, a bizarre anxiety that you have when playing games, and it's so common that I cannot believe that game devs don't take it into account. They do, the game series now, here's an item that lets you see where all of the sub-stories are available on the map, so you know where to go to trigger them, and you know they are there on the map to be triggered. And none of them are permanently missable. You will always have an opportunity to do them and get the secret final boss. If not right before the end of the game, there is an optional mode that's there is no main story, just explore the world map. But the original PS2 game did not have that insight quite yet. Give him the sake. That's debatable.
Nani?
Also, not true. No. Have you ever seen those sochu bottles like that? That's such a weird product. It's just like a terrible cap. That's so weird. My sister went to Japan for a trip as like a stopover because she also was going on a trip to Korea. 10 yen, reeking of alcohol. And she brought home a sochu bottle. A sochu? That's less than a cent. Well, it's not less than a cent, but it's less than $1. That's literally less than $1. That's like being given a dime. If you want to convert yen to dollars, move the decimal point over to the left twice. I still need sake, so we'll get some sake from this guy. Weird camera angle. Motherfuck, you don't got sake. Let's take the malt. Why did that guy get a unique camera angle? Get the fuck away from me, old woman. Who can keep track? Disgust. Visible disgust. $5. That is demonstrably true. So this is why you cannot initiate conflict outside of a battle zone, because I'm pressing the punch kick button and it just ain't happening. It just ain't happening. Don't you hate going into a store and then just not buying anything and then leaving? Oh, god damn it. Majima! Oh, have an orange, Majima! It's good for you. Vitamin C. I totally forgot I had the orange in my inventory for specifically that reason. Oh, that tiger drop is such a time saver. I keep forgetting I have that. I'm trying to do sub-stories, Majima. I'm not giving you a stamina royale. Fuck that, my dude. My very own dude.
Hey.
Wisdom of Kiryu. I'm gonna get into it a little bit later, but there's so many parts of this Kiwami release of this game that are like, you didn't have to reuse everything from Yakuza 0. Just because you had those assets to reuse doesn't mean you had to reuse them. You'll see what I mean once I finally finish all these gosh darn sub-stories. If someone's offering you money, always say yes. That's not even a Yakuza tip. That's a tip for life. I ain't gay, but 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Oh, it's, Gawain and the Green Knight. I need you to give me something that you're gonna get from a pretty lady. Is it a kiss? Yes, go get the kiss from her and then bring it back to me. Bring me the kiss from this pretty woman. Oh no, there's 3 beautiful women. Oh no, look at all these beautiful women standing perfectly symmetrical, the exact same distance from one another, facing the same direction, doing absolutely nothing. suspicious bag.
Nani?
Even if they are, maybe you shouldn't call your clients perverts like that. It's kind of a pejorative. Sick perverts, specifically. Like, you can't be like, yeah, dude, wave your freak flag, and also, I'm not a pervert. Fucking Kiryu. It's still not, yeah, if you look inside, you get less money, and you find out what's in it anyway. In the original game, you would get the option to look in the bag, like, right here, as you turned the corner, more or less. So if you got distracted from finishing this sub-story in the original game, if you ran around this area, you would just randomly get a prompt from Kiryu to look into a bag and be like, what? What was I doing?
Oi.
How would you know? Avert your eyes. Oh, I wish I could, but it's too late. I have seen everything now. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything.